Hello everybody! Is this thing on? How do we do this thing? Does anybody know how we do this thing? It's been a while, hasn't it? How are we? Let me just adjust my camera slightly. I'm a little bit down the way. It's alright, big thumb in the way. How's everyone doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see you, bearded with the 12 months. Welcome mate, how are you? Jeremy, things are hard. Oh, tell me about it. It has been, as you can maybe hear from my voice still, absolutely choked with the cold. I went skiing. Totally overdid it, because I've done no exercise in about 3 years since COVID started. And my body just went, no. Came back from the holidays. Body went, nope, not doing this. And then I was away this weekend in London with Mrs. FSG for her birthday. A little bit of a treat, so I was just about recovered for that, so all is good there. But yeah, I just can't shake it. I have sinuses. Oh, my sinuses, the back of my head, agony. So, but nice to see so many of you in here. How are you? Hope everyone's doing okay. Hope we are all doing good. Right. So, apologies if I'm a little bit rusty, because I've been so busy with work that I've literally turned the game on to do this. So, bear with me. We're going to do a live stream. We're going to do the official proper live stream tomorrow. But tonight I just thought custom modding and LR modding have sent me some really cool mods over the last week or so, which I haven't had a chance to do a vid for, so I thought, well, why not have a bit of a chilled out, casual stream, show you this stuff live. We can just chew the fat and relax. We've got Logging League coming on Saturday, which should be great fun, and we'll try and get back into the rhythm of things. And also, if you haven't noticed, there's no foam thing on my mic, so if I sound a little bit tinny or a little bit... the dog ate it today. So that sums up my day, basically. Sums up my day. Aussie William, do you know when this will be released? As with all mods, William, no. It will be released when Giants press the release button. And we don't know when that's going to be. So, let's have a look at this. Let me talk you through what I have got. I've got the Demco header trailers. We'll have a look at those. Which could be a bit of a saving grace for those of you who don't like the honeybee header trailers. We've got the lovely Pattison air carts. I'm going to skip the little one because actually the little one's my favourite. But I've got a lovely new little anhydrous setup from LR Modding to show you as well, which is a little bit further away from being released because it's very much in development. But he's been releasing mods left, right and centre over the last wee while, so it might not be too long before it appears on his Facebook page. Anyway, here we go. We've got the big 5510 liquid cart. Now, I will say these, I didn't have the anhydrous mod, Fusion Simulations anhydrous extension mod in to start with, and I was on this map at UMRV, which is anhydrous ready already. And it worked. You could put anhydrous in it straight away. Now, in the past, with some of these extension tanks, you could only put liquid fertilizer in, but you could put anhydrous in these straight away. So that was cool. So this is the big one. Obviously, I've put the biggest wheels I could on it. Let's have a look at it in store. You will find it in sprayers at the end here. So there it is. Typical awesome detail on it. Even Stevie C, nice to see you. Charlie, nice to see you. Yeah, look at the detail of the pipes and the pumps and things like that. Really, really nice. Really nice. Main colours, you've got these options for your... This is for the frame, basically. A nice grey there. Bright blue. Deep red. A kind of darker grey and a bright yellow, and then you've got these are hose colours, so let me put that back to something a little bit more manual so you can see the brightness of the colours. Bright green, these kind of deep blue, a darker green there, brown and grey. Wheel options, they stay the same. You can switch through the different wheel brands, so you've got slightly different tread patterns, and then you've got the tracks as well if you want the tracks, and you can switch the tyres up at the front as well. So that is very, very nice. All the hoses attached as well. If you use it with the 850 haircut, 850 aircart, not haircut. Evening, Days, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Sorry, keeping an eye on chat as well. Yes, if you use it with the air cart, it connects everything up at the back. And then the little liquid cart, which is very nice too. Again, just tyre options here, but look at that with the tracks. How good does that look? And look at the detail at the front of this one, it's nuts. So Michelin, and you've got a few options with your tyres here. Slightly bigger, slightly smaller, and then your tracks, so less options there. But really nice. Really nice, these. So there is the little one. I mean, just the level of detail in this is so crazy. And I always say this, the detail levels that they can get in these and then get them onto all platforms is insane. Insane. Even just look at the writing on the pipes and the hoses there. Nuts, isn't it? Trucker John B, how you doing? Nice to see you. I am doing alright, Dazed. I am doing alright. It's nice to be playing the game. Honestly, I have barely touched it. It's been crazy time. I have got the eye tracker all set up as well. So we'll maybe have a little play with that as well in a little while. We've got the tracks here as well. Again, detail on those is off the charts. Off the charts. So yeah, no, when you connect this up, it connects all of those hoses up between the two. So we'll give that a little run in a minute. We'll move this out of the way in a little minute. But the other thing I wanted to show you was LR Modding's new anhydrous setup. You may have seen this if you've looked at his Facebook page. You may have seen some of the visuals you've done of this. This is a little bit more still in. I think he's only about 25% of in-gaming this as well, but he sent it me to have a look at. And there's some pretty nice detail in this as well. I think this, I'm not sure what his plans are for this in terms of all platforms. We'll have to wait and see. But it's looking pretty sweet, I have to say. Does it not have an I don't know, Days. I'm still trying to work it out. The settings for eye tracking and head tracking in FS are poor. That's probably the only word I can use to describe it. You can adjust your sensitivity, and that is it. Whereas some of them you can adjust the head tracking and the eye sensing within the actual Tobii app themselves. But because it's classed as a native game, all the settings should be in FS. So I think FarmSim guys could add a little bit more of the settings to the game if they wanted. This is the tanker that comes with it. This is very nice too. So there you go. We'll have a look at these in store as well, so you can have a look at these. So this is the tanker. No options with it, but very nicely finished. It's done a good job with this. So it works. A few issues with the dust and stickers showing through and things like that, but small things. Yeah, definitely making its way to being a very nice little bit of setup, this actually. And I think it's in cultivators. Yes, there it is. So there's the cultivator tool as well. Like I said, lots of detail in that Raven kind of anhydrous applicator setup that's sitting on top of the cultivator there. Very nice indeed. So very good. The Tobii gives me a headache. Used to have head tracking, track IR a lot for FS, but the reasons you just explained, not anymore. Yeah. It's just I would love to see a little bit more finesse in the controls of it. Would be brilliant. So anyway, I'm gonna move this out of the way. I'll move that Pattison, the smaller one, out of the way as well. And we'll run this for a little minute and you can see how it works with the anhydrous tanker on the back. And then we'll go and have a look at the combine as well. The combine header trailer. The dog keeps coming in and opening the door. She's so rude. She doesn't want to shut the door after her. Let's grab this as well. So in fact, this will give us a good opportunity to show you the tracking as well. So there you go. As soon as I get in, it doesn't really work for streams because if I look at the chat up here, it kind of breaks off. But I have found somebody has made a mod where you can turn this off. So I can do Alt T, and there you go. I'm back to mouse now. Doesn't work unless I do Alt T again, and it's back. So that's quite good. That's quite handy because it's not always handy to have it all of the time. So she is looking for microphone. Bandit. Troublemaker. I had to order a new one. We just need somebody to kind of change the settings a bit now, isn't it? Right. Come on. Interestingly, I don't have reverse. I don't know why that is. I have to use my keyboard. But yeah, this little tanker, very nice. That would pull behind nicely on a planter as well if you were putting corn in. Would look quite nice with a little setup like that, wouldn't it? Go, park that as well. It could have been a lot worse. It could have been a hat. Ooh, who likes the new merch, by the way? See this? Getting all ready for going to PAX. Logging League. Sponsors. FSG. Might even release these in a short run set. People are interested. You probably couldn't see any of that, actually. There you go. All ready for PAX in a week. in a week, in 3 weeks' time. There we go. Right. Let's jump in and fire this up. Does the Pattison tanks work on the anhydrous bot? That is a good question. That is a good question. Let's try that. They should do. They should do. Still waiting for my Logging League crew t-shirt. I'm sure we can arrange that, Hamish. Sure we can arrange that. Trust me, there's a big long list of stuff that I haven't done at the moment. Right, Aussie William, let's answer your question now. There's any reason why this shouldn't work, other than my driving potentially, and get them connected up. Well, that's interesting. No, it doesn't. No, I'm trying to work out where that error would be. Let me just check that they're lined up. This is a good thing though, because LR is still working on this, so I'm sure he could make it work. It'll just be a connector issue, that I think. Yeah, they're not aligning. But you know what else I've got kicking around in my store. Let's drop that off. Let's hook that back up because we'll demo this in a little while as well. I don't think that's a real issue, William. I think by the time these come out, that'll probably be sorted. So don't lose hope on that one. But what I do have here is the Collins custom set. Let's leave it on cultivator. Although I do need to test as well, actually, don't I? That the side dresser works after you've planted. That's something else that somebody asked me to look at. Right, let's see if Collins knew. And if you haven't got this yet, this has just been recently updated. I did a video, probably one of my last vids actually, before I disappeared off for a couple of weeks. But if you haven't seen that one, this is well worth downloading as a set as well. If you like your anhydrous kind of immersion stuff, this is a good effort. Always nice to have in your folder. Right. No, this one doesn't work either. Oh, it does. Oh, it doesn't. So there you go. Yeah, it's looking like a different type of hitch. Yeah, look at that. That's why that doesn't work, but this 9570 is Agritonos, I think. There we go. Anyway, turn the engine off. Let's fire up this one. Get everything unfolded. We'll go clockwise around the field as well. I left enough space? Nope. Right, let's get lined up. Lower it down. So that's in. I wonder if that's because of the crop we've got in there. It's not showing up on my. Yeah, it's not showing up as anhydrous. Putting seed in. It's not putting any anhydrous down, but it probably doesn't need any, although what's that? Wheat, barley. Yeah. No anhydrous being applied there, which is odd. A little test. It could be that it is. I mean, you don't need anhydrous for a lot of crops. Let's just do a test with this, shall we? Let's make sure it's still applying. Somebody will shout at me for having a number plate on this. That was by pure accident. So there we go, nitrous anhydrous. So that's interesting. So the anhydrous is showing up there, so let me try something else. The minimap isn't showing the FERT levels to all since the update. Is that right? Is it, Paul? You can't see it in the minimap. But if I went to here and looked at it should show that we've got nitrogen being applied. I know. What am I thinking? So it's not applying anything there anyway. But this, not this one. Bet you this one will work. There you go. So the anhydrous application works. So it's not a map issue. I wonder if it's is that an air cart? Is that a custom modding issue with the cedar? Ah, it's not showing though, is it? It's applying it, but at a very, very low level. Interesting. Oh, there we go. That's odd. Turn a corner, it starts working. Try back this way. Maybe it was just slow on the catch-up. Interesting. No, it's working now. It seems strange that at the start there it didn't want to play. Looks like it's the same type of soil as well. Could also just be an element of the field that's maybe not playing ball. It's a nice little toolbar, this. I do like it. There you go. Yeah, it seems to be playing ball now. Strange. The toolbar is Aussie William. Toolbar is 11.5 meters, so it's not the biggest. Let's jump back in here now and see if it's decided it wants to play ball here. No. We'll change the crops actually. Sometimes that. And the other thing I might do is, so maybe while it does recognise anhydrous, maybe it doesn't actually like it. So that's interesting. Look, we've got our field back now. We've switched away from anhydrous to... so even though it recognises it in the tank, doesn't want to use it for applying. That's interesting. So there you go. Now I think we've got different crops in here, but there we go. C'est la vie. Bouncing around a lot though, look at that. Target reached 110%. But we're rolling now, so yes, it would appear that maybe they aren't quite anhydrous, though they'll take them as a fill type. It looks maybe like that they're not designed to play with it. So bear that in mind. That might change, obviously. Not released yet, so that might change. But good to see. Did I have a nice holiday? I had a lovely holiday, thanks FarmSim. It was pretty full on, but excellent, beautiful weather in Switzerland. Oh my god, it was amazing. Paul, I think there's a conflict between the anhydrous mod, the mod hub, and the third party anhydrous precision. Actually, I'm running the anhydrous version of precision farming. I probably should switch back to the standard one. Okay, that's good to know, Paul. Thanks for that. Because if you've got the anhydrous add-on installed, you don't need to run the tuned version of precision farming, do you? But there you go. It's a pretty damn cool setup, isn't it? That Pattison car is gorgeous, and it reverses quite nice as well. You can get away with reversing without without it concertinaing up straight away, which is quite nice. Now, I do have to talk about Apex. They are doing a brilliant deal at the moment. I'm going to run my little ad in a minute, but they're doing a brilliant deal at the moment where they will pay all your shipping and any import duties. If you're outside of America and you want to order one of their PCs, they'll pay the import fees as well. So it's a huge saving with their shipping costs as well. So and they've kind of announced that without an end date as well at the moment, which is pretty cool. So definitely, if you were thinking about getting a pre-built, maybe now's the time to have a look at a little Apex build. So, I'll let you run this, and then I'll be back in 20 seconds. Remember folks, if you're looking for the convenience of a pre-built gaming PC with the best branded components, I've partnered with Apex Gaming PCs to provide my own range of FARMSIMGUY gaming computers. The TW15, 25 and 35 cover a range of different budgets and gaming demands, and they're fully customizable, and you can finance your new PC over 3, 6 and 12 months. If you use my code FARMSIMGUY, you could save up to $250 off your next PC, and they ship globally. So if you want a new rig to enjoy Farming Simulator 22 with, check out the links in the description or search FARMSIMGUY at apexgamingpcs.com. Now, back to the farming. There you go, thanks for indulging me in that. I assume they come with a UK plug. They do, Strody. Yes. They do indeed. You just have to request it when you're ordering. Every anhydrous setup I have seen is pressurized. This looks like a non-pressurized liquid setup. I agree, Hamish. Yeah, I do. You're right there. So I wonder if it's just picking up anhydrous. That could be something to do with the map, to be fair. Could be the way the map is set up, because it does treat it as just an additional liquid fertilizer type. So that's a fair point. That is a fair point. So there you go. They are beautiful tanks, though. It looks fantastic. But yeah, you know, you look at the tanks and you look at the lids. It's not a pressurized system. That is a open the lids, fill it up with liquid. But we'll see what they do. Maybe the anhydrous mod will make it work, or it doesn't take long for these modders to find us a workaround, does it? Right, we'll probably not do this for much longer because I want to show you the Demco header trailers, and then we'll maybe do a little bit of combining. We are going to be back here tomorrow for my UMRV series proper. We've got a lot of combining to do, so this will just be a little short one tonight. I just wanted to dip my toes back in the water. It does allow for huge quantities in the air. What we've got we've got 28,000 litres left. So Michael Morton, you make a very good point as well. Yes, it is not a anhydrous compatible toolbar, so that could well be the issue. That could well be the issue. Phase 9 renew and rebuild update for SnowRunner just dropped. There we go. The SnowRunner guys. Get hyped for a new bit of content there, that's good. Right, we'll leave this here. And we will run over. And we will go and have a look at the new Demco header trailers. Is that right, Walt? I shall give them a poke on your behalf then. There we go. Cody X. We are looking at the Pattison liquid carts from custom modding. We've got this one, the PLS 5510. And if I, by the magic of teleportation, jump over to here. We've also got the slightly smaller one, the 2610, if you're running a slightly smaller farm. So there you go. Very nice bit of kit. Can't get over the detail in this one. This is nuts. The amount of wires on this. Cables, pipes, detail. Very cool. Very cool. Kenworth and Mack trucks are making their way to SnowRunner. Nice. Spin tyre from the old spin tyre days. Right, let's head up here. I do have a tractor up here. I've got an 8R with a auger wagon. We'll come back to. Somewhere around here I have got... Yes, there it is. So, there you go. As you can see, Honeybee. For those of you who dislike the Honeybee trailers, I like them, but I know some of you don't. So this is the biggest of the three. Oh look, they've got custom modding on the tyres, I hadn't noticed that. This has got a 45-foot header on. It's a 48-foot trailer, so you've got a little bit of leeway either end, which is quite nice. Not much, but enough to stop you from hanging things off the side of it. But it's nice, you've got the colour options. Let me go into header trailers and we'll go along to the end. So you've got the smallest of the three, which will take a 20-foot, a 24-foot, 28-foot. You've got lights, so you've got a light bar at the back if you want that. Or not. Header extension, which adds that nice little flat edge at the front of it. Or not. And you've got fenders, yes or no. Colour options, grey, green, red and blue. So I assume that's John Deere, Case and New Holland. And rims, you can do a grey, a black or a white. Oh, that's quite nice. It's quite sporty with the experimental with. The honey, yeah, the honey. I agree. The honeybee. Once you master it, it's very straightforward to do. Middle one is so they've kind of gone slightly bigger than the headers in all of them. So a 32-foot would take a 30-foot header, 38-foot would take a 35, 42 would take a 40. So that's your medium-sized one. All the same settings as you had on the last one, and then the last ones. This is the one I've used. 48-foot for a 45-foot header, 52 for a 50, and the 60s to 60. Look at the length of that. That's absolutely massive. But looking good. You'll have a computer with a website said 2 to 6 weeks. I will raise it with them, Walt. No worries at all. Once you drop these on, so they don't snap like the in-game ones, so you kind of have to be pretty accurate with how you drop it on, but once it's on, he says as you can't pick it up, there we go, it does lock in once it's on, but it doesn't have that really obvious snapping that we've seen Jace Collins, how are you, mate? Nice to see you. They are indeed. They know their stuff, don't they? But yeah, it's pretty solid once it's on. Really like it. What we'll do, we'll run down. We've got a combine parked in the field down here somewhere. Yes, Hamish, a 60. There it is. We've got a 700 series combine. Oh, had a little bit of a... I think it might have been a save game going on there. Oh, this ram has no brakes. Oh, now I've totally overshot my... totally overshot my turn there. Right, we're just going to have to... Sorry, stop sign. Oh, we're going to have a little bit of fun with the car there as well. We've got to turn traffic off. Yeah, so this is the way I wanted to go. Now I know I haven't got any brakes. I shall stand on them when I get there. There we go, we'll navigate the chicane. See how we can do this without having an argument with some traffic. There we go. So now I should be able to jump out of this. Yeah, much like the train. Roll this into space. Evening, Big Mac, how you doing? Nice to see you. There we go. Now, it's not ideal that I'm on a down slope, so this could be fun. See what happens. Oh no, it's come off pretty well. Then we can have a look at the Eric Larson. Thank you, mate. That's very kind of you. Yes, it's a lot of work, mate. It is a lot of work. But there we go. Look at this. Look at the detail again in this. The ratchet straps. Crazy. I like this. Can't see it here. They actually have custom modding written on the tyres. It's pretty cool. But they are nice header trailers. They do exactly what it says on the tin. But they are very nice with it. Big Mac, am I using the Toby 5? I am, Big Mac. I am. I'm not at the moment. But I think actually it comes into its own. Why isn't my reverse? Oh, I know why my reverse isn't working. I know. Do you know what I had to do? I had to reset my keybinds the other day. So that is why it's not working. Well, Eric, I've not managed to make a video a week over the last couple of weeks, so it's okay. It's okay. Where's reverse? Vehicle. There we go, we're back. Completely forgotten I'd done that. So, actually I think the field of view is maybe a little bit too... Let's try... slightly wider field of view. It's probably a bit extreme actually, isn't it? There's 80 looked quite good. And we can see a bit more of the cab while we're working. But I found this when I was testing this. Oops. Unfold the header. Let's unfold the combine as well. Let's turn the Toby on for a second, which means I won't be able to look at the chat. But there we go. Slightly off. Actually, I think this field of view is a bit extreme. Try 70. Actually, let's just set it back to normal. I always think there's an optimal in cab, which seems to be a lot seems to be a lot more extreme than it does when you're out of cab. But I do like the fact you can watch the edge of your header, and it feels a little bit more natural than before using the mouse. I don't know what it's like for you guys, because you're watching this and it's the whole screen thing like a load more jerky. Do people like it or not? Big Mac, it's good, and you can set it to individual eyes as well. So if you've got one eye that's stronger than the other, you can just set it to, you know, follow one eye rather than both. Hey Johnny, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. Yes, we managed no broken body part, just a general broken immune system. But yeah, physical body parts stayed intact. I actually think the camera's quite high on this one. Somebody said to me you can move about and adjust the height of it as well. This is not the best in camera, so I can turn it off as well, so there you go. I can actually turn it off. FOV's awful in this cab actually. It was really odd. I'm going to go back to old school. Yes, Channing, I know it's actually you're wrong, because anhydrous is stored as a liquid, and only when it's supplied does it turn into a gas. So as it comes out of the applicators on the field and hits the air, it then turns to a gas. Hey Johnny, with the krona, with the 50 krona, thank you buddy, I appreciate that. Very kind of you, sir. Right, so what we'll do here, we are going to fire up a little horseplay course, and we'll go and drive the cart. Go. Oh. Things look good. There, let's do 3 headlands. Only one tool, smooth corners, generate fieldwork course. All John Deere's did down at the front of the cab think they... It's a valid point, yeah. It is a valid point. Right. Off you go. Some missing bits already. Ooh. That'll be what was it? What happened there? That seemed very odd, didn't it? Let's try that again. Ah, it picked up. Oh, come on. Ah, that's why. I was too keen. I went for nearest waypoint, so it moved itself into the field. Is there a setting for auto drive to keep them driving through the crop when the grain cars? Yes, Eric, there is. I'll be able to show you. Should be able to show you through here. Restrict Pathfinder to field or restrict unloader to field and avoid fruit. So if you say yes, it will try and follow the edge where the combine's been. If you say no, it'll just batter through the field. Yeah, it's temperamental is a good probably description for it. I did have. There we go. Let's go and collect a load. If I bought one, do I have a code for the Toby, Big Mac? No, but if you... I don't have a personal code, but if you go to... I did a review of it in my last vid. If you go to the site at the moment till the 6th of March, they're doing 15% off. But I'm not an affiliate or anything. They just sent me one and said, could you do a video on it for me? Matt Brooksfort, how are you, sir? Nice to see you. Can I show, if possible, how to separate? I can, Sim Guy. Yeah, not. I won't do it tonight because I'm not going to hang around for too long tonight, and I don't have any of the kit. But yeah, no, that's definitely a future vid I'll look into. In fact, it could be something we do tomorrow because I'm back on UMRV on the official series. So we could do it then. Not something I've actually done a lot of, to be honest. Me holding up traffic here. I'm not even sorry. I think he's been clipped a couple of times, although we maybe dragged that off, didn't we? When we took the header off. Oh, straight through the ditch. How's everyone finding Edgewater? Finally out. Finally came out. Fair play to South Sask and BC Beulah for persevering with that. A lot of people would have, I think, chucked the towel in the amount of times it came back from testing. But they stuck at it. This is UMRV, Aussie. It's a 4X map from DJ Modding. Yo. Hey Barbara, nice to see you. When will I be doing it? Do you know what? I wrote a... This is my planning notebook that I write my future plans for vids in. Checking there's no swear words in there. Beginner series. So it's coming, Barbara. Don't worry. It is coming. Simulation Station, nice to see you. How are you? Edgewater is a masterpiece. It is a great map. It is. I reckon it must be up there as one of the best. For certainly for console guys, they got something really top quality. I think probably best map since... I don't want to do anybody, but probably the best map since Calmaston, right? Johnny, I was looking for a PC to play FarmSim, but ended up... Yeah, that's okay. That's the kind of stupid thing I do. I'm really in the mood to build a PC at the moment. I don't know why. I've been watching vids. I was watching vids while I was away of people building PCs, and I'm like, oh, that would be a dream day. Hey Joe, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. Matt, you can't get this map on PC? Yeah, you can. It's you just need to go to DJ Modding's itch page. And you can download it from there, unless well, I'm not sure what you're saying. Maybe your PC's not powerful enough to run it. It was very good, Joe, but I paid for it when I got back. I paid for it when I got back with a horrendous cold. I've been laid up for about a week. So, yeah, no content done. Couldn't speak. Lost my voice. Coughing and spluttering all over the place, so you wouldn't have appreciated it. So, I lay low for a few days. And, so yeah, tonight's probably the first night I've really felt like getting stuck into some content, which is nice. But I didn't have anything to do, so I could have recorded a video for Thursday. But then I thought, well, why don't I play the game? I've just not turned the computer on for about 2 weeks, so it's nice. It is nice to be back. A little bit of a bounce there in the field. This is actually the pre-release version rather than the final one that was released, so... Evening Max, how you doing? Awkward typo, that one. Joe has the new eye tracker because of my video. Oh dear, I always feel guilty for making people spend money. That MSI RTX 4090 Supreme Liquid with the... yeah. Hamish, that's the one. That is, if I spec'd out my computer, that's the one I'd go for. It's got its own radiator and own liquid cooler. Yeah. Planting poplar sure is a slow job. Yeah. It's right up there with sugarcane, poplar. Even they trump potatoes for slowness. Let's see if we can get along here before he shuts down. Might have timed this well. It's a bit of a... Oh no, look at that! How could you honestly time that any worse? If I'd done it 30 seconds, not even 1 second sooner, it would have unloaded. There we go. What do you do? Right. Well, there we go. That's an hour, folks. Like I said, I wasn't gonna play for too long tonight. I just wanted to show you those mods. Just say hello. See who was about, and we'll dive in officially tomorrow to a proper play on this game save on the server, and we'll take things from there. So there you go. But it's nice to be back. It's nice to see you folks, and yeah, well, let's catch up tomorrow. Hope you like those mods too. Keep an eye out for those. Again, some classic custom modding action. There's a few things coming now, actually. The potato planter, the Demco trailers, and the Pattison carts. So you've got some nice stuff in the pipeline. They're all with Giants for testing as well. So no, not going to do 2 hours tonight, Scott. I just wanted to do a quick mod review and say hello to folks, and we'll dive in tomorrow. Oh, Loki, I didn't see you in there, stealthing around in the background. But yes, we'll jump into UMRV proper tomorrow, and we'll have a bit of fun. This is actually a test version of the map, so all of this will be gone tomorrow. You won't even know I've been here. But yes, take it easy, folks. Have a good Wednesday when it comes, and yeah, let's jump back on tomorrow night. All right, take care. See you later, folks. Bye.